Welcome back to the channel. Did a deep dive on this, or at least a deep dive of my knowledge, my limited knowledge of stuff like this. What I have here is a couple of different variations of timing chains. One that we're going to go back to with the current 385 build, because this is the original double roller billet Cloyes timing chain that it came with. But I can't use this because I want to use the factory water pump, and this doesn't allow for that. Now, this is obviously a double roller billet steel, really stout piece on here. I'll get into this later on. Now, this is the factory gear, factory chain, and this was a replacement Cloyes setup that you get at like your local parts store. Technically the heavy duty version of this. But I was going to buy new stuff and couldn't figure out which timing chain to get, and Cloyes sells a couple of different versions of this original setup. One that's just a stock replacement. The other one's like a heavy duty extreme that's like $300-400 or whatever it is. But I just wanted to go into this because God knows how many miles are on this original piece, and it does not have any wear on it at all. I mean, very little teeth wear. And this is with this particular chain. And the whole point of this video is that I'm going to put both these chains on here with the sprockets. We're going to see how much play there is to determine whether it needs a chain or not, or what to go through next on here. Now, what I did notice between a factory GM chain and these replacement Cloyes chains is that the robustness, the factory GM chain, which is on the left, is it's thicker almost, and it's also like it has more links in it. If you can see from here to here, it also weighs more. And from what I can see from this thing doesn't have any wear at all. So that's what my goal tonight is, to place this gear on chain, see how much wiggle room there is between the bottom and the top gear, and compare a 5,000 mile chain versus who knows how many mile chain. And yeah, so let's just get into it and let's see what I come up with. Okay, once again, this is a factory lower gear that's never been off this motor, and as I'm running my fingers through this, there is hardly any wear on this. This is a factory GM gear. Factory GM gear that came off of this motor, of an unknown mileage motor, before we redid it and all that kind of stuff. So let's get the factory chain back on here. Everything's going to set the top dead center. What I'm trying to do is get this pin where I need it. And I know somebody in the interweb is going to tell me there's an easier way to do this. I would say that's about right. Okay, that should be top dead center. All right, the big wiggle test here. Okay, so now I'm just wiggling the chain as if it was just like that, but let's just rock the cam back and forth and see how many degrees it goes off. Almost nothing. Look at that. My God. So you got to remember, this is an unknown mileage chain, unknown mileage gears. Who knows how many years up, but they are GM original parts, so who knows. Let's do a full turn. again, top dead center. I mean, the two dots are aligned. So I see videos all the time of people rocking their chains back and forth, but I never see them doing this. And it's not even moving a tooth or anything off the spec here. So this is well within tolerance. All right, so let's rip this off and put the other chain on there. So this time around should be a little bit easier. Gonna move the camera around. So the best way to do is to actually move it down, take the chain off, and that's it. Very simple, guys. Now this is a Cloyes setup. And again, if you do a comparison of the two chains, you can see that the Cloyes has a lot of gap in between the chains, or it's not as thick as a factory GM chain. Maybe this is a different material than this material that makes it lighter and stronger. I don't know. You guys can comment below and all that kind of good stuff, but this is definitely lighter than this one, and this seems to be more robust than this one. All right. Come on. Yeah, you're gonna give me a hard time, right? Yep. You're gonna make a liar out of me. Yep. Hold on. Push the cam up at the spot. There you go. Same thing. Okay, the real test here. Same thing. Nothing moves. Do rotation. Again, zero deflection. It's not even moving off the dots. So, I don't know. You guys chime in on this. I'm not even going to replace these chains. I think they're in good shape for the motor. I'm not going to spend the money on it. But yeah, I thought I would make a video about this, and you guys can chime in, tell me what your thoughts are. So this will be going on the new motor with the factory GM gears. So yeah, call me crazy, but